I got.
Welcome, angry faithful, to really, Bill?
That didn't mute.
No, it did not.
Hello?
Yeah, it caught it just as we got in on air. Welcome, angry faithful, to What the Hell Friday episode, California versus Texas. But first, before we go on air, we still have not before on we go on air, but before we get to that, we have a little bit of cool stuff that happened over the week. Everybody's talking about. I call it the main thing everybody's talking about. A lot of people wanted to talk about, oh, what about this? What about that? What about this? The Epstein files. Ooh. No, but everybody wanted to talk about the CEO of Astronomer or Astronomy. And yeah. Guy was at a Coldplay concert with his HR department fling, which I mean, he had the HR department there, so it should have been good, but you know how adultery works. He got caught.
What was the name of that company?
Astronomy.
Oh, so she had stars in her eyes.
Now I know how Johnny feels. All right. Okay. But let me. That's one video I didn't get. I didn't find. Let me see here. It should come up quick because everybody's Googling it and everything. Yeah, first thing I put CDO and the CEO, and the first thing that came up was, I don't think we could. We're gonna have to mute it. Okay, yeah, we have to mute it for the music. But here it is, caught on the kissing cam, right there.
Whoops.
Yep. Oop. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. She turns her back, all red and everything. Everybody's laughing. Ha ha ha.
Some people say he just lost $700 million on that shot.
How much?
700 million.
Jeez.
If he gets a divorce in the state he's in, how much his wife would get of it? He may have just lost $700 million.
But here's some of the other videos that I've found. These are okay. These are just funny. Okay, hold on. Let's go back.
Yeah. Oh, look at these.
Yeah, trainer catching me on the 9th cheat meal this week. That was neat. Next one is this is just a photo of this is P. Diddy and Justin Bieber. If you know, you know. Next one. This is where we get down to we might get canceled for it. There's there's Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. That was a good one. Now here is. Oh no! I guess I got. Oh wait a minute. Let me get some super sleuth stuff going. No. I know where it is. Come on. Power up. No, I didn't show it. There was one with Clinton and Trump one. I guess I lost it through the ether. That was kind of funny one too. But yeah, that's what everybody's wanting to talk about. And another thing that everybody supposedly wants to talk about is the Epstein files. And Bill's kind of worried about it. He's like, oh, let's talk about it. Let's do this. I hate to say this about the Epstein files. Okay. Podcasters and X and other little dots care about that because some of them got their notoriety through the Epstein file stuff. Okay. And that's all you hear. In all reality, guess what? I hate to say this, no one else cares. People really don't. If you actually talk to actual people and ask them about the Epstein files, I'm like, I don't care. He's doing a good job. Because that's why Trump's approval rating is so high right now.
The problem is the media is picking it up and pushing the narrative. So anything Trump is doing right now that's positive is getting buried because all of the, Jeffers and all of the Democrat politicians, like they ever cared about the Epstein files. They know their people are in it.
Bill,
So
Bill,
what?
you need to clarify that the news does not care to be the news.
Colbert cares to be the news, but he's not anymore.
Oh, that's another thing I was going to talk about. Thank you, Bill, for bringing that up. Colbert is canceled. Not like, off of social media, but the Colbert, Stephen Colbert show for late night, CBS, shut it down.
The whole thing.
Yes.
Not just his show.
Yeah, the whole thing. Why would they do that, Bill?
Because he's losing $40 million a year.
Yeah,
that's what the program is losing, even though their audience is way bigger than Gutfeld's, who's on the cable news that you have to pay for, not the free broadcast, and he's just blowing them away.
This is the nail in the coffin. What happened? I believe it happened last night or the day after. Is Colbert said he was talking about the legislation of Trump winning the law of $20 million lawsuit. And Colbert said, you call that a bribe. And as soon as he said that, they canceled the show afterwards. That was the nail in the coffin. So, yeah.
Also, the new owners, I think ByteDance is purchasing them. They wouldn't go for losing $40 million a year. So it isn't just the political aspects. Yeah, it is, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond their audience. It goes to their audience share just piddling away to nothing. Who was it? Was it Jimmy Fallon or who was it who came out?
Jimmy Fallon, another show that's getting canceled.
No, he came out to back up Colbert and used, I think, the F word on them canceling him. Well, he should be canceled too. I think it was him.
And you're right, it was Skydance Media that merging with them.
Did I say ByteDance?
Probably.
Spite, Sky, same thing. But the issue is all the other media is getting buried now because all the Democrats are being directed to talk about something that they never cared about. And they've got okay, what do you care about? What Trump is doing or Epstein files? It's like you've got the foreign minister of Denmark, Lars Loki, I don't know how to pronounce it. 4 days ago, he came out and was talking about preparing for war against Trump. The way the video is titled, you think it's actual war because they don't mention trade war. And he comes out and says, well, we're going to we're gonna beat the Americans to the punch with trade deals. We're gonna go ahead and take them in front of America, away from them. So he said, we've got a big deals going on with Indonesia, and we're gonna wrap them up this weekend. And then this happened.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at what's making news overseas now. And one of our closest neighbours has beaten us to a deal with the US. Donald Trump announcing he's reached an agreement with Indonesia. Let's go live now to Washington correspondent Lauren Tomasi. Lauren, good morning to you. Trump says this is a good deal for everyone.
Yeah, but Sarah, we are yet to hear from Jakarta and Indonesia about this deal and whether or not they feel the same as the US president, because for America, it seems like a lot of take and very little give. Under this agreement, Donald Trump says that Indonesia would be paying less tariffs than initially thought on Liberation Day, when he'd announced that the country would be facing 32%. Today, he says there will be a 19% tariff. And on social media, the US president has been outlining part of the agreement he has made with Indonesia. That includes Indonesia purchasing $15 billion worth of US energy, purchasing 50 Boeing jets, and there being open market access for the United States. In return, Indonesia would pay that tax on their exports. The US president spruiking the deal today as he left the White House.
So we made a deal with Indonesia. I spoke to their really great president, very popular, very strong, smart, and we made the deal. So they are giving us access into Indonesia, which we never had. That's probably the biggest part of the deal. And the other part is they are going to pay 19%, and we are going to pay nothing.
Oh,
Why'd you press?
huh?
Okay.
So the big deal is, he set those Liberation Day tariffs real high. Well, you shoot for the stars, you hit the moon. So when you sell something, David, do you post the price that you want someone to pay for it? Or do you post higher and, well, if they buy it for that, it's gravy, but you're really thinking about the real price is lower that you would accept?
What you're talking about right now is
Negotiating the art of the deal.
okay. Yeah. Good plug there. What you're talking about right now is any kind of deal with any kind of companies. Not like if I was going to post something online for like t-shirts, I'm going to say $20 I feel would be a respectable, or 25 is probably the highest respectful deal for any kind of t-shirts us as a company would do. Okay, now saying that, when you're negotiating, like if I'm going to sell the company, if I was going to sell the company, I would put the deal probably around, let's just imagine it, $10 million. Okay. Everybody that's worked on the podcast, I would divvy up all that $10 million to everybody. That's what I would be posting it up.
Sell.
Okay. But if it came back around and they came back, but the minimum I would actually do was probably about 5 million. Okay. That's what you're basically saying. That's the sell that you're thinking of. Okay. Then, they come back. It's like, well, how about 7 million? 7 million still okay. I'll take it. That you always have above board. You always push something above board. This is like car selling, anything that you're selling in a big thing that you're never going to see ever again. But with company wide, if I'm going to do cups and everything, I would sell them at a decent price to where like a t-shirt really costs probably around about $5 to make. That's, putting the screen on, doing all that, the labor, After all that, you're saying that for each t-shirt I'm going to sell, I want $20 because I think I'm worth $20 an hour. If it takes me to do a one t-shirt an hour, which it's not going to take make a t-shirt, one t-shirt, 1 hour, but I still want the $20. So you go 25, $5 for the t-shirt originally, and $20 for me. And if I could do it, I would do free shipping and handling. So it doesn't cost the what most people or companies are doing now. That goes into that. If I take over the taxes and the shipping and handling, and I say $25, that's it, and I do the rest of the cost myself. The shipping and handling, and the taxes. I just like, here you go, $25, and I take care of the rest. That's what most people are doing with tariffs, and that's what everybody's like, no, it's a tax on the people of the United States. No, it's not. The companies usually pay the tariff themselves, so the cost doesn't go to the customer.
Well, you get Singapore, and in Singapore, the government is subsidizing some of the companies. So you have the amount of the tariff. Oh, it's a tax on the people. No, the government of Singapore is subsidizing part of that tariff for the company, and the company is eating part of the tariff. And that's the point that Trump did it worldwide. So he's done it worldwide on the same products. So there's competition. So they're having to lower the prices and eat the tariff costs so they can compete with this other country. So this other country doesn't get the deal. So that's why the tariffs aren't. That's why a lot of them aren't getting passed on. I mean, look at how many countries he's going for rare earths. Look at how many different countries he's going for steel and aluminum. And Canada gets the big head and says, well, we got America over barrel because they get most of their steel and aluminum from us. Well, no, he's just made like 4 or 5 different countries he's made deals with. So basically he can tell Canada, bye.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're Walmart. That pissed me off severely. Walmart has upped their prices because, and quote their CEO, oh, it's because of the tariffs. That's the reason why our prices haven't come down. No, the prices haven't come down because they're still making money. And that was a scare for me for a while, because I know when everything levels out, the prices should get lower in theory. Okay. In theory, the prices should get lower. But I also know that if companies love that money, which most companies do, they do. These companies do love this stuff. Yeah. So they're going to go up and they're going to say, hey, we're keeping the prices the same, even though we're getting it cheaper so we can get a bigger profit and get that bigger bonus this year. Yeah. So, and getting back to the, I know we're going to bounce around. It's going to be sad because Bill likes to go ahead and I like to go ahead on certain things. Do you want me to read? Do you think it would be wise to read the full thing on the Jimmy Kimmel thing? Because I think because I'm looking at it. I think you said it fully anyways.
You can do the word for word read. I mean, it's just a couple of sentences, isn't it?
No, it's a whole list from the Hill.
Oh, I was just talking about the one statement he made with, I think he used the F word.
Oh, yeah. He said, love you, Steven. F you and all your Shelton CBS. Kimmel, the host of Jimmy Kimmel Live, wrote on a Thursday post on Instagram story. Yeah. The Late Show will conclude, which will conclude in May 2026 after 33 years on air. Paramount says the decision to scrap the show was purely financial decision against the challenges backdrop in late night. Which, yeah, we already discussed. They're losing like 40 million a year, and
you had late night was really, really good with David Letterman.
oh yeah,
And I watched something or I read something in my email. Bill O'Reilly was talking about how many times he was on David Letterman and how many times he was on the other programs. And he said, yeah, they got into it, but David Letterman got into it with everyone. It didn't matter what political persuasion you were. It didn't matter how famous you were. I mean, everyone went on that show understanding that if they had anything in their background that was negative, they would be talking about something else, and he was just going to pull the conversation and pound them into the ground on it. And that's how. Did you watch Letterman from back in the 70s, 80s?
I watched some of them. Yeah,
Through the 80s, I watched most of his programs. Love the stupid pet tricks. Love the dropping things off of a 5-story tower.
the top 10.
The top 10 list. What did he do? Put on a suit of Alka-Seltzer and jumped in a tank, and I think almost died from that one because it sucked all the oxygen out of the air.
Yeah,
The putting on the suit of Velcro and jumping against a wall, that was a good one.
yeah. He
But he attacked everyone.
back when they were being entertaining.
Yeah. There's nothing entertaining about Mr. Dancing Vaccines and all that garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I said the V word, but I didn't say the C word. Are we okay with the V word, or did that have a problem?
I don't know anymore. Don't care.
You don't track it. You don't get all the notifications.
Not anymore. It might be funny that I would like, oh, okay. We can't say that now. I think they cut that within the program.
No, there's a whole lot of words you can't say, and it grows all the time. I watch a lot of some of your big name podcasters. They can get away with it. Some of them. But a lot of them, if you aren't just really, really huge, the big production studio, then you gotta watch out. Boom booms and pew pews, and you can't say anything like that. And basically, it's hard to do the news. It's stupid on some of them. And what I'm wondering is, some of them I watch are from Canada, and Canada has their own censorship regulations. And I'm wondering if some of the videos from Canada, some of the broadcasts from Canada, don't have their own extra set of things that they can't say that we can hear. I'd like to know if YouTube has divvied it up like that.
That's a good question. You'd have to do the research, Bill. And
that is hard to do. I've done that. And since YouTube does not allow any details on their censorship out, you just gotta deal with people saying, well, I think it's this, I think it's that, but then breaking it down to different countries. You've got censorship as far as in Australia. Someone came out and said, we consider anyone who talks about families in a traditional sense as possible domestic terrorists. One of their officials actually said that. That's one of the key signals that they look for, is people talking about traditional family values.
Which, funny, she used to say that UK is in the news too. You know why?
Which UK news item? Immigration is the big issue. UK immigration. Spain is going nuts on the immigration issue. Countries around the world, a lot of them are fed up with it.
Bill. Okay, Bill. No, UK is in the news because they just made it a law that 16 and 17-year-olds can now vote.
Oh, yeah, that one. See, what was it for Obamacare? He came out and said that people under 25, I think he considered children. Well, I think if you're considered a child, you shouldn't be able to vote. So I think the voting age in America should be 25.
The thing about it is, scientifically, a person's brain doesn't develop until 25, 26. Until then, you're literally I'm not saying all people of that age. Some people of that age are going through the changes of growing up, and their brain isn't fully formed, and they do stuff irrationally.
You mean like become liberals? That's pretty much when your brain isn't fully formed, you're a liberal.
No, that's too little T cells. Not enough testosterone. And that study is real. That study is real, and it is true. If you actually have as a man more testosterone in your system, you do not vote liberal.
Years ago, there was a study, and this may have been way back before Trump that I read this, that the age where the most people move from liberal to conservative is 27.
Yeah.
If you look at all ages, 27 is the age where people flip to conservative.
Or you start getting money. Since we can't do that very easily, it's testosterone and
we don't.
Bill, just no.
So we don't have to talk and worry about being demonetized. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we really don't. It's not that we make like tons and tons of money. It's just we are comfortably where we're at, and we don't care.
We're comfortably smug.
Yeah, there we go. Comfortably smug. I like that.
And they just got a contract with Fox, and that's pretty impressive because they're not going to be contributors. They actually got a licensing deal to be on Fox.
Really?
The Ruthless podcast?
Oh yeah, a lot of
comfortably smug. That's where I got that.
Yeah. Another thing that's happening recently that we talked about before. This one is just a fast track from the 16th, which is 2 days ago. Senate rejects Democrats' initial attempt to trim Trump's cutbacks. Senate Republicans battled down Democrat attempts on Wednesday to shrink the $9 billion package of funding that's what it says, clawbacks. The chamber is expected to pass after a Rama amendment spree. Democrats are seeking to knock out pieces of Donald Trump's request to cancel $8.3 billion in foreign aid, along with $1.1 billion from public broadcasting. But they failed their initial attempt Wednesday at protecting funds from an internal disaster relief and public broadcasting that supports public safety. In a 50 to 49 vote, the chamber rejected an amendment from Senator Chris Coons of Delaware that would retain $496 million in internal disaster relief Trump wants Congress to slash in recession package. Now, this is the package that is this the package that we were talking about that's going to be voted in September?
No, it was just voted on and passed. It had to be passed by Friday because they had 45-day deadline. So if it hadn't passed Friday, because they've got to get to working on the actual real budget, if it hadn't passed by Friday, that's it. They couldn't have passed anything. But the big issue was Republicans there was a few Republican holdouts that like a typical budget deal. You got to bribe. They got to have their own pork. Well, even in this, just a little over $9 billion, they had to have their pork. So that's one of the reasons it was cut down. It wasn't the Democrats that cut it down. It was the other Republicans who they needed their votes. And I don't know exactly what he did, but I heard on the news just a little while ago that Trump, the big daddy, is the one that put the hammer down and got them to change their minds. I don't know what he says to these congressmen, but he gets them to change their minds. Except McConnell and Collins and Murkowski. Anyway, it's a rescission package and it's a clawback. They can't stop money that has already gone out. But if, say, you've got something that's $10 million, $2 million has been spent, they can claw back that other $8 million so it can't be spent. And that's what rescission does, and that's what clawing it back is. It's pulling back money that's been allocated but hasn't been spent yet. And that's the only thing they can do in a rescission package. But now we get into the fun part, the real budget. And that's going to be a circus. That's going to be the Democrats throwing something in there to stop it, and then throwing in something that's good that Republicans would agree with, but they'll say that Republicans aren't voting for it because of that, when they're not going to vote for it because of the garbage that's put in. But the liberal media won't tell you that it's the garbage that people are voting against. It's like Pelosi, the children, the Republicans vote against the little children.
Yeah. Now going on, this is what happened this week, this Monday, is Gavin Newsom, the episode of Gavin Newsom interview with, Sean Ryan interviewed Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom said, California is the best state you can go to. We are coming back. Every other state is less than us. We make the most money, which they do. Okay. They make $3 trillion compared to Texas, which they do half of that.
They also spend most of it.
Yes. He also said that he gave the federal government more than Texas, and Texas took more from the United States. They gave up surplus. But here's the thing that I was kind of curious about. He was saying all this stuff, but I also remember last year, California had was in negative. They lost like $20 billion somewhere. If I'm correct, I'm trying to find that again. But no, okay. This is the actual economy score. They're
losing a lot as businesses move out.
Yeah.
Just like imagine how many people are going to move out of New York if that commie wins. They're going to lose a ton of money.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing that I think some of the stuff is just, I don't know the information. One, I'm getting some of it from just Google, and I'm getting a lot of it from actual news sources, NBC, what is this one? US News on the economy. And I'm looking at what they're saying. Okay. This is what they're saying. And if this gets cut in a clip and you miss this part, I'm sorry. But overall, California is not. I mean, they make a lot of they have a big GDP, but most of it is due to in-state taxes. They have the largest in-state taxes, that state income tax. And I feel that it is for show, to show that they have a lot, because they bumped up their minimum wage to $20. A lot of people are upset about that. And before I go on to that list, one of the businesses that is literally a staple in California, okay? In-N-Out. In-N-Out Burgers is a staple of California. Am I wrong?
Oh no! For several years before they moved to Texas,
Okay,
I got driven it down my throat, in and out, in and out, in and out. Then they opened one.
Bill, that's not what I asked.
Oh,
What I asked, In-N-Out started up in California. Am I correct?
yes.
Okay. Now, this is coming from the In-N-Out president, Lindsay Snyder, reveals that for the first time that she and her family are leaving California for Tennessee. Raising a family is not easy here in California. She told me during the business not easy here. After 77 years, In-N-Out's headquarters will be saying goodbye to its home state and set up shop in Franklin, Tennessee.
So you're talking about the owners, not a franchise.
Stop. I am not done yet, please.
Oh, okay.
The granddaughter of the fast food chain founders, Snyder said, true to the company's Christian foundation while expanding its reach. Our conversation was franchising. Lindsay shared the untold story of the In-N-Out early years and hardships she went through before becoming the successful business leader she is today. Her journey to Jesus is raw and redemptive. You will also encourage. And this is from Allie Beth Stuckley. And we're going to watch the video right now. Let me get this through. And
we're building an office in Franklin, so I'm actually moving out there. And
wow, how do you feel about that? You're like a California girl through and through, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really loved living in Northern California, and I'm so thankful that I grew up there, because I think it changed a lot of who I am today. You know, I think I would be different if I was raised in Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
But there, like you said, there's a lot of great things about California, but raising a family is not easy here. Doing business is not easy here. Now, the bulk of our stores are still going to be here in California, but it will be wonderful having an office out there, growing out there.
Totally.
And being able to have the family and other people's families out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that, it's two-part. We'll have everybody under one roof here in Baldwin Park, and we'll close our fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big transition. And that's happening in the next few years, right?
Yeah, we've kind of, given it a longer runway so that it's smoother for everybody, so they can plan and all of that. And we gave them a lot of notice, because we love them and want to make it as easy as possible. But by 2030, we'll close their Irvine office. So.
Okay. So at one point you said that within your lifetime, like if you draw lines from Texas, everything to the left, like you want In-N-Out there, but not maybe to the right of the line. Yeah. And you talked about just like the importance of the kind of like novelty of In-N-Out, like that you liked when someone comes into town where there's an In-N-Out, they're like, I got to go there, which is totally true. Yeah. That's what people do, by the way. I'm guessing though, since you're going to be, to the right of that line, that you're probably going to be opening up In-N-Outs there. So what does the strategy look like? Has it changed?
Well, it's funny. I think Kid Rock, his name's Bob, I think he's the one that actually drew the new map, and he put the line up from Texas, grabbed Tennessee, went around Tennessee and back up. And I'm like, yeah, that's accurate.
There you go.
So I think for me, it's the same heart. It's just, I guess I would say, a man plans his ways and God
Yeah.
directs his steps. So we
Mhm.
had a plan, and then he snuck that in there. And I think Florida has begged us, and we're still saying no. The East Coast states, we're still saying no. We're able to reach Tennessee from our Texas warehouse. So we're not putting our whole meat facility where we do all of our own beef and send it to our stores, make patties. We're not going to have that there. We'll have a warehouse, but not do our own meat there. So we'll be able to deliver from Texas. So Texas can reach some other states,
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Their
Okay.
shoestring fries still. Anyway,
Oh
but
no,
if you order a burger,
I'm
order
not an
order-
In-N-Out fan.
order double animal style for the burger. You gotta do that. Secret menu, hidden menu.
Oh,
There's a lot of hidden menus, just like you can have add an apple pie to a shake at McDonald's.
yeah.
Most
I don't eat at
people.
McDonald's. I don't eat at McDonald's. I don't eat at In-N-Out.
I was in Arlington when the first one opened, and when the first In-N-Out opened, they had to have the Arlington Police Department for weeks directing traffic around it.
That's a little tidbit that we didn't need, but thank you. But looking at the economy on some of these websites, it's not even close to for California. Okay, now as their GDP, and I think what they're going in is they're going off their GDP as their growth, and not with the help of their citizens, because that 3 trillion, I looked it up. They literally do only like 1 trillion in profit, in actual profit. The rest of it, the other half, is siphoning off their constituents.
Do we really want California anyway?
We need okay. Some of California we need and love. I love the forest in California. It is a beautiful. It is California a beautiful state? Yes.
Yes, but the Canadian Rockies are actually nicer than our Rockies. I went up to our Rockies, and our Rockies were like, but the Canadian Rockies are beautiful. So if we get Alberta, we can get Banff and Jasper. So we take Alberta and Saskatchewan. British Columbia is a possibility. It kind of leans a little conservative. So we'll still have a coast, a West Coast.
Okay, Bill.
So we can get rid of California, Oregon, and Washington. And if we trade it for Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia, we still have a coast.
Okay, that's maybe doable. So going off of this list, okay, and the only reason why I'm going off of the U.S. U.S. one, it goes top to instead of the bottom to the top. Let's go up here, and yes, we are using the United States News world report. Okay, now the first one, the top one, is this is in economy. It is 6th in best state overall. We'll go it goes 16th in business government or business environment, number 1 in growth, and 16th in employment. Texas is 2nd in the economy. It's always 2nd no matter what. It's the 2nd biggest state, and it's the 2nd biggest economy.
It's first in wind power.
Really?
And it's first in battery storage too, I believe.
Really?
Beats California.
Oh, interesting. It's 17th business environment, 6th employment, and 2nd in growth. Another thing to note in Texas, Next year, next year in 2026, we will get our first stock market, which will be ran by BlackRock. So be a little bit concerned. Third is Utah. Fourth in business environment, third in employment, and sixth in growth. Idaho is the fourth, sixth in business environment, ninth in employment, and fourth in growth. Arizona, fifth economy, business, ninth in business environment, and 13th in employment, and 7 in growth. Colorado, fourth in business environment, 18 in employment, and 17 in growth. North Carolina, 19th business environment, 5 in growth, and 17 in employment. Connecticut is number 8, 5th in business environment, 7th in employment, and 22nd in growth. Nevada is 9th, 7th in business environment, 21 in employment, and 8th in growth. And the last one is Virginia, 13th in business environment, 4th in employment, and 24th in growth. Let's see here. We'll go down the list and find out. I mean, 19th is in Oklahoma, which I'm surprised about. I'm seriously trying to find where California is 32nd. First business environment, 46th in employment, and 45th in growth. So yeah,
I'd have to look at the business environment stats because U.S. News, they're biased. You look at behind the scenes how they get their numbers. Business environment.
Well, I got the same. I got the same one, and this is CNBC. Okay, are they biased?
Yeah.
But
are they using the same data?
Yeah.
I mean, is it the same polling, the same everything? Are they borrowing from the same one?
Quite possibly. Because this not entirely. Okay. This is 2024 stats. Okay. Internal trade goods in 2024 is 185 billion, 13.8% of the GDP. State share of state spending from federal funds 34%. Job growth 1.4%. Overall GDP is $1.34 trillion. This is from Florida. So it's 363 out of 445 points. Top state grade A+. Texas is number 2. And I'm expecting the same stuff. It's looking like the Texas GDP is a little bit bigger than Florida's. It's at 2.17 from 2024. Now, the 2025 economic score is 348 out of 445. Still an A+. Trip 3 debate rating and outlook. Trip A stability, and that one's kind of like a stock report. If you buy into Texas, if you bought stock into Texas, you have AAA rating. They have a AAA rating. That's what that is. If you had to buy a bond or something like that from Texas. Share of state spending from federal funds 36%. That means that we get a little bit from the government, but international good trade is 857.7 billion, and it's 39.5% of GDP. So yeah, they're getting the same stats. So Gavin Newsom was lying in a sense. Bill?
Yes.
So what do you
I was looking at the my question would be number of data centers, new data centers they're building, because one of the things, one of the genius things Trump did was, and they the companies thought he was joking at first. He said, create your own power stations, and they're like, well, okay, how will we connect them to the grid? You don't. Just create your own power generation station and connect it directly to the data center. Don't connect it to the grid. And they're like, oh, really? And they said a few days ago that what's his name?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, he said that they're looking at approving small micro reactors within
yes,
within
you're
within
talking.
two. Is Lee Zeldin. Lee Zeldin said he's wants to get the approval process down to 2 weeks to approve micro reactors. 2 weeks instead of like 5 or 10 years, like the eco-fascist force.
Well, okay. The problem with that isn't building the reactors and whatnot. It's going through the restrictions that the states have or the cities have.
That's the point. It's a lot of it is the federal restrictions. Yeah, California is going to be out, but it's the federal restrictions we've had that the environmentalist has put out, and he's just dumping those. And he said he's looking at getting it approved within 2 years and being able to completely build a microreactor in about 1.5 years. So one of the big things is you start this construction project, Democrats come in and they grind it to a halt. Well, he wants to have them built during his term. So they're going to be pushing the construction of the power sources fast.
Okay, who are you talking about? Because I got Isaiah Taylor. He was on the Sean Ryan episode yesterday. His episode dropped yesterday.
I was talking about Lee Zeldin, administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency.
Okay,
The agency that puts a halt on this stuff, puts a halt on drill baby drill. He's running it, and he's drill baby drill go.
yeah.
And he's the one who does who is over the approval processes for that, the environmental regulations that have ground these things to a halt. I mean, the Keystone XL passed. It was under construction. It had already passed all the environmental regulations, but then Obama made some new ones and stopped it.
Really?
Yeah, that's going to have trouble restarting because Alberta put a lot of money into it themselves.
Oh, yeah. But no, for the data centers, U.S. has a large, thriving center market with key locations, and this surprises me. The key locations are Northern Virginia, often referred as the data center alley. This region, particularly around Ashburn, is a global hub with massive connection of data centers and conductivity infrastructure. The next one on the list is Phoenix, rapidly growing data center market. Phoenix also strong interconnection ecosystem and is attracted to enterprises seeking diverse geographic location. Another one is a key market is central United States, Dallas, providing a large footprint of data centers deployments and well connected to other major markets. Another one is Atlanta, A major conductively gateway, Chicago offers strategic locations for businesses needing to reach both coasts and the Midwest. Another one is Northern California, Silicon Valley. I mean, it's not even top of the list, which I'm surprised. That one surprised me. It's not on the top of the list, even though Gavin Newsom's like, no, everything we're number one. You have to believe me.
Have you heard any follow up on the Facebook Fort Worth data center?
Let me.
A few years ago, I watched the city council meetings between Shepherd Air Force Base,
Okay,
and Henrietta, because
okay, stop. You need to backtrack a little bit because you asked me to about something, and I'm looking up right now. The Facebook what?
Facebook data center in Fort Worth. They were going to construct it, but he wanted to be environmentally friendly, so he wanted the Fort Worth data center to be powered only by wind. So they were going to put a big wind farm in Henrietta. So Henrietta, the lines run down to Fort Worth to say, I have a green data center. Except with the height, it was going to be the really tall wind generators, and Shepherd does flight training for Euronato.
Oh yeah, they had to cancel it because of the.
I saw the meeting between the people at Egypt on the base and the city of Henrietta, and they said, you need to protest and cancel this, because if you don't, we can't do our flight training here, because when there's low ceiling, they can do flight training in Wichita Falls where they can't in a lot of areas across the country. That's why they have the NGIP program here, and they do some of the air training in Vance. It's because of their ability to do low-level flying. Well, you got to completely stop a wind farm when they do flying over it, because it scrambles radar. And they said, we're not going to be able to bump up to that and compete, and we might leave Shepherd if you build that wind farm in Henrietta.
You're right on that, but they moved it because that data center is opened.
The data center in Fort Worth opened?
Yeah, and they're still saying they.
Where does it get its power? Do you see?
It's saying it's still 100% green.
Right, but did they put the wind farm somewhere else?
I think they put it like going to Abilene
or that direction,
Jacksboro area, because I know there's if you go into Jacksboro, that there's a huge wind farm.
Oh, there's wind farms all over Texas. If you fly out west,
not the wind farm direction that we're talking about, Bill. The wind farm direction I'm talking about is if you drive to Jacksboro. I mean, you can do that tomorrow. You can drive to Jacksboro and you'll see.
I don't want to. Nothing down there.
You're absolutely right.
There's a Sonic.
Nothing out there. But you will see a massive wind farm. And that would be the same kind of the same proposition of getting that to Fort Worth, to that data center. I'm guessing.
Maybe, but there's a lot. I mean, you fly west. Say when I flew to Las Vegas and I looked out and I glanced, there's probably more than a dozen just from here to from Dallas to the Texas border. There's well over a dozen massive wind farms you see. So there's a lot.
Oh yeah, there's a massive amounts here in Texas. Another thing that he said was during like the snowpocalypse that we had here, that we couldn't get a lot of our energy because the coal and gas plants weren't putting out enough. I hate to tell you this right now. I know why. Because they shut down a bunch of coal and gas plants, and it was taking them time to get them back up. You just can't snap your fingers and bring up a freaking power plant.
No, well, a third of them were down for routine maintenance simultaneously.
Yeah.
And then you had the valves froze on some of them, and then you had the entire wind farms grinding to a halt. You can pull up the is it Encore or no? It's not Encore. ERCOT. You can pull up the ERCOT app on Texas, and it shows you exactly where we're getting our energy from. And sure, okay, sometimes you got like 45% of our energy is generated by wind, and you've got a big percentage by solar. But what about at night when there's no sun and then the wind isn't blowing? Right now we're getting 28% with wind, but our big thing is we've got 45.5% natural gas. So we have the base load we can fall back on. California actually has to buy electricity, and they buy it from states all the way east to Texas. We're actually providing at some times the energy to California, and they're getting them from states north all the way to Canada.
So they have the power structure, even though they have rolling blackouts, and he was totally.
Yeah, they don't have it. I mean, they came out and said, "Oh, we were 100% green." Well, if you look at their stats, they were 100% green from their own power for a 15-minute time frame on one day.
And you're talking
claimed
California, right?
California.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, weird. So, I mean, and you're going out on the fact that he's not going to be a problem for the 2026 election.
I don't think so. I think he's going to get trumped.
Okay. There's a couple of things that I'm kind of worried about, and this is where I'm coming from. Okay. One, we're coming from Elon Musk. I'm not saying anything bad about him. I'm saying that he's trying to do the whole America party. And this is just going into the midterms. Okay. He's already put $300 million, $300 to $400 million into the American party to set it up, to get these people, the people that in the Senate and in the House of Representatives out. He put in a couple of key players. Now, saying that, if it goes more forward with that, if Elon Musk goes more forward with that and goes into trying to get that party to do a presidential, we might have another 1992 event.
I don't think so. He has started to get so many people going against him because he's gone so far, never Trumper. So far. Like, did you see the latest picture he put out? Did you see the latest picture he posted of a jet with the pages of Epstein's list on it and said, "This is how to make a jet invisible"?
Yes, because I described it to you.
Oh, that image?
Yes. Anyways, what I was going with, Bill, is what I also said in the beginning of this episode about the Epstein stuff. That's only on X. Your views are so narrow on saying that because it's only X. Mind you, there's probably only a good 15 million saying that stuff. Okay, you're looking at a percent of a percent of a percent.
Well, even Fox is pushing it as Republicans need to watch out for it. All of the Democrats are. It's the latest talking point on the media, on the news.
You're-
Even in Australia, they're doing Epstein. Even
Okay.
Australian news.
I'm telling you this right now. The same thing I told you in the beginning of this episode was nobody in the real world. We're at an hour mark. Nobody gives a fuck. Honestly,
Ooh.
no one really does. And when it comes to brass tacks, the voting people, they don't care. Do we care? Maybe a little bit, because I just find it interesting. I find some theories interesting, and what it is. Am I going to go full on and mark my whole wall with red yarn connecting the dots? No. Fuck no, I'm not. No, I'm not into the greatness of greats. I am never doing that. It will
So
never.
you're not going to be a panicking.
No. It's not going to be that, Bill. It's going to be, and that's what you have to realize on something like this. In all reality, nobody cares. Now, there's people that put in the comments in our small space that we have. I think we have close to 440 now. I believe.
They
'Cause
need
we
to all click like and subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We have 439 people. All the 439 aren't going to change the vote, positive or negative, on this. Even the people that are writing in the comments, which I honestly think are bots, because 86 of the 86, maybe less than that. I'm just saying that was the initial thing on X. 80% of the people on X, guess what they are? They're fucking bots. So in all reality, in the really real world, the people that don't click on those apps, which surprisingly, the younger generations aren't really going through the apps anymore. Yes, they're going through podcasts and everything, which if you actually listen to this, thank you. But in all reality, nobody cares. It's one of those things is after I get done this, of my rants and raves, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out that door and the whole world is still going to be the same. I'm not going to get bum rushed by dozens and dozens of fans. I'm not. Am I going to feel accomplished? Not really. I just like, repeating stuff that I see on the internet. It's kind of fun. I like having conversation, even though Bill likes to interrupt me. And I'm the reason why I'm not totally, if you're watching this starting out, because we just got our 2 views. Finally, sometimes we get 30. It's weird. But after a while, everybody's going to look at me going, oh, Dave says some horrible stuff to Bill because he's getting irate. I'm not getting irate with Bill. I'm getting a little frustrated because I was talking about something and he jumps in. Am I totally upset? No, because I do it all the time to everybody else. So I would be a hypocrite if I totally hated Bill for that. I don't. I love Bill. Bill is my the friend that won't go away, and I love it for him. I mean, we took a 2-year hiatus, and he's like, "Hey, can I come on again?" Yes, you can, because I love you, buddy. Even you're forgetful of your Hitler mustache.
Look,
Yeah, I know, Bill. I
2
know.
days ago, went total dark with it. I won't take the hat off because my hair does not match the mustache.
Carpet doesn't match the drapes.
key. But if you do follow outside of X, here's Democrats lean into MAGA infighting over Epstein. They're looking at using this for the midterms. That's from ABC, CNN. Democrats sees.
You know why they're using?
Politico, the powerful is protecting the powerful, and what happened is they just fired. Who was that? I said they just.
I don't know, Bill. That was your news spot.
Maureen Comey,
Okay.
Comey's daughter. They just fired her from the Attorney's Office of Southern District of New York. The Southern District of New York is where the FBI office was. That at the beginning of this administration, they said they were finding a lot of hidden FBI files. The Southern District of New York. The Damian Williams was the head of the Southern District of New York for FBI, and they fired him. And as he was leaving the building, he turned around and was telling his people who still worked there, make sure they obstructed this administration as much as possible. So that's why Bondi a little while ago filed against the Southern District of New York to release the records. Even she isn't able to get in and get the FBI records that they're holding. And that's where a lot of this is buried. And we got to see the connection that Maureen Comey has to that office and why they fired her right now. What they're thinking is, okay, she's altered the documents to hide the Democrat and Republican names to it. And if she did that, we release that list, it's going to show all that garbage. So either which way, the Democrats are going to run with it as, okay, the Republicans hid it and altered it because Trump was really on it. That's what they're going to do. So if it's released, doesn't have Trump, they're going to say he was on it and it was altered by this administration. So that's how they're going to force it and run the midterms with it. So it doesn't matter if it's released. If it's released, they'll say it was altered. If it's not released, they'll say he was on it and that's why it wasn't released. So it is going to be their main focus right now.
Yeah, because your last main focus didn't help.
Because they have nothing. They have nothing else.
Yeah. Their last main one last year was pro-life, or not pro-life, pro-choice.
Baby killing.
Yeah. But in a kind of weird way, Trump fixed that problem. In the weirdest way possible. And it is hilarious of the wording. You know how you're looking all confused of what I'm talking about.
Is that a confused look?
Yeah, that's a confused look. Either that, you're having a heart attack. Either way, you're looking like you're having a heart attack. Yeah, your age don't do that to the people. Okay.
It's the big one. It's the big one. Sanford and Sons reference.
Yep.
You're too young for Sanford and Son, aren't you?
Repeats.
Oh.
Man. I watched Sanford and Son. I thought it was hilarious.
Or did you watch the Sanford and Son that they do where they put like Hillary and Trump as the Sanford and Son characters? Have you seen that? There's a whole series of them.
No, I haven't. I have a lot.
Oh, whoa. Missing out, dude.
Oh, well. Anyways, okay. Remember when Trump did an executive order removing baby immigrants? That's the best way I could say it. That's the only way I can think of it. Do you remember that? Damn it, Bill. You're supposed to understand my stupidity. I can't remember what his Okay. Okay. The executive order issued by the U.S. president in January 2025 aims to limit birthright citizenship. There we go.
Oh,
For the
oh,
citizen
that.
born, okay, stop. Amidst limited birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to non-citizen parents. This order specifically targets children born to undocumented immigrants and those temporary visas, potentially denying them automatic U.S. citizenship.
Anchor babies.
Yes, stop. I'm not done yet. The order also directs federal agencies to stop issuing citizen documents to these children. Now, him doing that, district court voted, or not, a district judge said, even the baby has to be tried. So the baby technically has to show up at court. Guess what would be illegal at that point? An abortion. Because that child that is unborn is considered a person by Democrat standards now.
Hadn't seen that one.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find something that describes it a little bit better. I found it. I'm guessing I don't. I'm pretty sure I probably don't have it. Let me see here if I can find it. Okay, yes, I got it. Thank God it was the first thing that popped up. All right.
Just don't search for partial birth abortion as an image. We won't display that.
I'm not even guessing on that one. Okay, here we go. This
citizenship just got blocked. Trump's executive order for birthright citizenship just got blocked. Another win for democracy. Yeah, I saw that. Did you actually read what the judge said? Yeah, he filed a class action lawsuit or whatever and issued a nationwide injunction. What about it? You mean the part where he granted legal status to the unborn? He did what? The judge certified a class of all current and future persons. That means unborn children now have legal standing under the federal court. Nope, that's not what he meant. Oh, I'm pretty sure he did. He wanted to block Trump so badly, he just accidentally handed the pro-life movement exactly what they've been asking for. But we're pro-choice. We don't do fetus rights. That's your thing, right? But now, thanks to your side, unborn babies have legal status, which means lawsuits can now be filed on their behalf. This is insane. What about immigration? In trying to protect birthright citizenship, your radical left judge just told the people in the court, hey, future people in the womb, you count too. But we've spent years saying fetuses aren't people. Yeah, I know, my body, my choice, until suddenly it's legally somebody else's body too. This is all Trump's fault. Crazy, sometimes you go so far left, you end up right.
So yeah. That explained that was what I was trying to explain. She's explained it well. She is at Just Peachy, I believe. Let me see here. Make sure her Polly Peach. Her handle is Just Peachy, 2 Y's with a peach on at the end of it. Go follow her on TikTok. She does like cross between Republicans and Democrats talking about that. But yeah, it's.
Do you have exactly what to search for?
Oh,
because I get poly peach trees for sale. The poly peach is a cold hardy tree that produces medium.
Bill. It's on the app that you won't ever freaking click on. That's the reason why I had to bring it up.
Oh, the Russian spy app or the China spy app. Yeah, I don't put China spyware on my phones.
Or on your computers or anything.
No.
If you saw that I said I found it on TikTok. If you listen to me, maybe.
But is she somewhere else?
Hold on.
Somewhere else other than Georgia and specialty peaches.
Bill, you really just test my limits of why I don't want to do crazy things. And I can't talk
Well,
about
let's hope not.
Okay. I will send you. Oh, she has a storefront too. If you want to go to that, she's on X, Instagram, YouTube. I will send you her. I'm gonna follow her because I like her stuff.
Is she Polly Gillespie?
I don't know. I don't remember women's names for reasons.
Oh wow! If she's Polly Gillespie, she just came up with. So the White House posted an AI image of Trump, muscular Trump as a Jedi, and he's got bald eagles, huge bald eagles behind him. It's an interesting image when I searched her and came up on a Facebook page.
Okay, Bill, I just no, damn it. No, don't want to message her. I don't want to give her a gift. Let me see here. Add remove list, view list, no. Copy the profile. Okay, and there. I just sent you her X stuff. And you have to open up the thing. Oh, there's another thing that I we can talk about since it's at the end of the show. Elmo being racist.
Elmo must die.
Oh no. Have you not? I sent it to you. So go look at it because I cannot post it because we're on YouTube. We're on X. Elmo knows what happened in that
that incident, that time
at the island. But yeah, he went ham because apparently someone hacked the
Grok.
the
No. So Grok went haywire with the how can we say it? The incident, Jewish.
No. Stop.
Can we say the word?
No. I'm going to stop you there. So we're going to go with not doing that because of things. But yeah, Grok 4 got initiated. Yes, we can't say that, Bill. But Grok went all trying to say that Germany 1938. That's what happened with him. Grok 4. It was a slow push open. What did they call it in Ocean's 13? A soft open. It was a soft open.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a soft open. And what had happened, what happens every time that you put something, that's what a lot of people don't understand, and it's so hilarious, is when they populate something, because they did the same thing with the Google AI. They're like, okay, we're going to put the Google AI on for, because they did it a couple of years ago. We're going to put it on and see what it does. And it just went all chronic crazy and racist. and the same thing with Grok. It went Germany 1938. Get the reference. Get the reference. Yeah. Yeah. It shaved its head and went online.
Unfortunately, I won't be messing with the Grok 4
Yeah.
because he's charging for it, and I actually asked Grok 3. I asked him, "Hey, is he going to be still supporting you, or is he going to drop support for you and kind of weaken you to try to force people to pay for it to move to Grok 4?" And Grok 3 said, as far as he knows, he's still going to be supported for the people who want the free version, or the version you get if you're a Blue Check X member.
Yeah.
So I actually asked him if he was going to be losing support so Elon can make more money.
What did he say? Why didn't you?
Not to his knowledge. He should maintain support, because I asked him, "Are you going to be throttled back? Less server space for you, so the responses will be slower." I do notice the response is slower though, because I've been working with him with some big issues. He does generate code pretty well.
Mm.
Shall we give people a humorous interlude with something I have up here?
Go ahead. Why did I do an echo?
And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
You hadn't seen these?
Just what I needed now. A wino and a rhino. How much did you weigh before you lost your 40 pounds?
I don't remember. See, I'm one of those unlucky people. The least little thing I eat and I just blow up. I think it's glands.
Well, you better stop messing with them glands. Well, Pop, you gonna help me with this garden now? Son, I did my part. I got us a scarecrow. This is guaranteed to scare away slugs and snails and birds. I didn't know that you entered in that contest.
I didn't only enter into it, I'm going to win it.
Wrong. That's the first place you can enter that contest, because you're not eligible. See, one of the things you have to be is as a part of a certain race. What race? Human. Do like I tell you. Forget about that. Bow out. Keep yourself from being embarrassed.
Why should I be embarrassed? I got everything it takes to win that contest. When I was born, my body was blessed by Mother Nature, honey.
And as you got older, it was cursed by Father Time.
Just remember that the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Hallelujah.
You remember when you look in the mirror tonight, the Lord gave you that face and you stuck with it. I wasn't so sick.
Yeah. I love Stanford. I love Brett.
There's a ton of those. You hadn't seen any of those?
No, I have not seen any of those.
Wow. Look at those. And look at the babies, the new baby videos.
Oh, I've seen those. The AI baby videos. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
We talked about those. Here's another thing that I wanted to populate on our podcast. Everybody's going on about DI stuff still for some reason. Now, this was from The Humble Beginnings of DEI. This is which it's been going on for a while. Everybody just calls it a different name. But this is from Dirty Harry.
Now, who might you be?
Oh, this is Ms. Gray of the mayor's staff. She's here to monitor these examinations. This is Inspector Callahan.
Oh, yes, I know something of Inspector Callahan. And I'd like to tell you, Inspector, it is the mayor's intention that this department be brought more into line with the mainstream of 20th century thought.
Just how does he figure to do that, Mrs. Gray?
To broaden the areas of participation for women in the police force.
Well, that sounds very stylish.
Well, I guess we better get on with it. Next applicant. Have you any questions for the applicant?
You know that if you make inspector under the mayor's new guidelines, that you might just be out riding in a police car?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, Officer Moore, maybe you'll tell us all here about your most important felony arrest.
I've never made a felony arrest.
Well, maybe you'll tell us about your best misdemeanor arrest then.
I've never made a misdemeanor arrest either.
Then what the hell gives you the right to become an inspector when there's men have been out there on the street for 10 or 15 years? What do you think this is, some kind of encounter group? I want to know what Officer Moore is going to do when somebody points a gun at her and says, "Hit the deck, you son of a bitch."
You're just deliberately trying to fail this candidate, aren't you, Callahan?
Well, if she fails out there, she gets her ass blown off.
It's my ass.
Except that out there, you're going to have a partner. And if you get blown away, he gets blown away with you. And that's a hell of a price to pay for being stylish.
Now, saying that, reason why I brought that up, the Supreme Court just ruled that majorities are part of being discriminated about. Did you hear about that, Bill?
Minorities being discriminated?
No, majorities being discriminated.
Oh.
Okay, there was a woman, and I'm going to find this out. I didn't bring it up because I just remembered it when going through this. Hold on real quick. Let me see here. I'm just going to use the AI tool. Majority ruling of... I hate Google Speak because if you stop for some reason and it's like, oh, this is what you meant. No, it's not. That's not. Okay. It actually pulled it up. So, a majority of justice must agree. No, that's not what I was talking about. Woman getting. For promotion. Okay. Okay, here we go. Finally. Okay, woman claims she was passed over for a promotion and demoted because she is heterosexual. And a unanimous Supreme Court made it easier Thursday to bring lawsuit over so-called reverse discrimination, siding with Ohio woman who claims she did not get a job and was demoted because she was straight. The justice decision affected lawsuit in 20 states and the District of Columbia, where until now courts have set a higher bar when members of a majority group, including those who are white and heterosexual, sued for discrimination under federal law. The court ruled in an appeal from I don't want the newsletter. Include those. The court ruled in an appeal from Ellen Ames, who has worked for the Ohio Department of Young Services for more than 20 years. Ames consents she was passed over for a promotion and then got demoted because she was heterosexual. Both the job she sought and the one she had held were given to LGBTQ people. Title VII in the Civil Rights Act in 1967 bars sexual discrimination in the workplace. The trial court and the Sixth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled against Ames. The Sixth Court is among the courts that require an additional requirement for people like Ames, showing background circumstances. That being included that the LGBTQ people made the decision affecting Ames and restricting evidence of the pattern of discrimination against people in the majority group. Now, saying that one was June 5th, 2000. Let me get her stuff because it passed through. Bring this up through.
Hey, all you need is one thing. You just need that. And I have one of those.
What is it? Oh, okay. Yay. You made it funny. Thank God you laughed because I didn't know that joke ended. Now, it was...
crack me up.
Hopefully this proves, because I wanted to see... Yeah, she was she was discriminated against. As widely expected, the Supreme Court decision, Ames versus Ohio Department of Commerce, confirms that a plaintiff allegedly employment discrimination under the Title VII cannot be held to a different, highly voluntary standards if they belong to a majority group. So basically, what they are saying is she was discriminated against. So why were you asking me to add a screen?
Oh, when you started playing the video a little while ago, I heard it, but I didn't see it from this end.
That's weird.
And that's happened over the last couple of weeks. It's happened a couple of times. So I'm wondering if our audience is seeing it, because you minimized off to the left just like normal, but the screen didn't pull up.
No, I was listening to it. And
no, I was hearing it.
And I also rewatch the videos sometimes, especially for situations like this that you complained about it. I go over to it and I find it and I see if it recorded, and it did. So if you rewatch the video, Bill, and give us a little bit of a boost on someone that's watching and views the video, even having it in the background, just in case. It's a way for us to get at least one little nugget. Anyways, you got anything else, Bill?
I was just looking to see if my wife just sent something politically relevant. 25 everyday things that break your cat's heart. And no, not politics. Nope. She sent me a cat video.
Oh.
She's out watching the news sometimes and going through X. So sometimes if there's some breaking thing, I'll get a beep and I'll look down and she sent a message. She's following politics too. Helps us out.
Yeah, well, family that slays together stays together.
Well, at least we're not like James Carville and Mary Madeline.
Or Michael Obama and his husband.
The divorce rumors.
Oh, which apparently they addressed it on her
on the podcast today.
Yeah, on her podcast. Yeah, they're like, we're not going through. I just found out that we're going through a divorce, which it happens a lot. It just doesn't happen just to. I mean, now everybody, influencers are considered celebrities now.
Well, you know, she's just kicking him in the balls right and left, and he's not kicking her back in the balls.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. He should just defend himself and have a gay friend. Maybe the gay friend would help out. That was another thing that he talked about and Gavin Newsom talked about is maybe having more masculine men, especially for their party.
Yeah, they're trying to force it. You can't force it because people are seeing through it. They know it's an act.
Bill, you can force anything. You just got to spit on it or give it a little bit of oil.
Hey, we won't talk about that because I got cats in here.
Yes, we definitely won't, because there's a reason why you are named in my phone a certain way. And it's
not Wild William.
Oh no. It's Cat Bill. After the fun conversations that I have with you up at work, and I'm surprised I haven't got that job up at Smith & Wesson for taste testing.
Well, I had someone at a previous job. She labeled me kitty glitter.
It makes sense. So anything else, Bill? Are we done for the day?
I think we're done.
We polished everything out. You know why? Because we went an hour and 42 minutes.
Wow. See, we can't do this for an hour, but you do need to break it down.
Yeah.
We do need to. Hey guys, guy out there. I know we do need to get this a little more structured and then break it apart into the general podcast is about 12-minute segments.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to do that using YouTube clips. I got to test that out tomorrow.
You break it down into 12, and I've seen up to 18 that interests me now. Out of the whole program, and then you do a 60-second short introducing that clip.
We both also need to get it to where we're not interrupting each other.
We do that
all the fucking time.
I think I interrupt you more than you interrupt me.
Yes, but if you watch the other shows, I do it 100 times more.
Oh, really?
To Johnny all the time.
Is it I follow politics a little bit more and you follow gaming and sports a little more than me?
I follow no, because it's one of those things is when I'm on a roll here's the thing with me with my dyslexia and me reading stuff. If I'm interrupted, I will lose everything. So I have to, because when I'm reading something, and if anything, I'll go, hey, let me read this. That's a cue, one, to maybe press the mic on your thing, and I'll go, hey, Bill, what are your thoughts on this? That's where you can talk. And
and you know, if you keep going like that, and sometimes when you do that, I start going, look at that. Oh, there's a bug on the ceiling.
Yeah.
What did you say, Dave? What did you say?
Having every one of us have ADHD, it's fucking phenomenal.
Squirrel.
Great. Yes, because I'll do that too. Because Johnny will do it on the podcast that we do with each other for the sports, and you're like, so Dave, what do you think about that? Oh fuck, where am I? Or he'll go, it's like, okay, what are you laughing at? Because I'll mute my thing, and I'm just like looking at stuff on X to, get for other shows that I do, and he's like, what are you laughing at? And I show him. He's like, dude, I don't know if we can show that.
I'll give you a tip, and didn't do it today. I do it when it's more structured, and I've done a lot of research and have something going. But I have a notepad here, and especially when there's two of you on, three of you, the interruption is more frequent. And if I'm interrupted, I'll go down and I'll write down what I was saying, so I can go back to it. Otherwise, when I'm interrupted, I'll forget. But I write it down, then I can reference it again.
Yeah, that's what we're probably I'm gonna have to do somewhere. That's the reason why I interrupt so much too. What did we have on? I mean, we got 14 minutes before we're at the 2-hour mark, so we'll try to keep this short-ish on the last part. What was on the list that we were supposed to talk about this week?
Oh gosh, so much new news came up that. We
didn't research any of the stuff that we were supposed to research last week.
Yeah. Hey, how about what does the world think about us?
Arctic and Europe. How is President Trump by world leaders you deal with?
I think he is very well respected.
President Trump seen around the world by world leaders you deal with?
I think he is very well respected. And I thought in The Hague, at the summit, 31 leaders, so the 32nd, of course, is the US, in itself, by the way, bigger than all the other 31 combined. That is how powerful this country is and this nation is in your military. But the other 31 leaders really recognizing, hey, this is somebody who is absolutely clear what he wants to achieve, is committed to NATO, but he is extremely frustrated about the fact that we were not paying up, and now we are paying up. And therefore, this commitment to NATO is ironclad.
You raised some eyebrows when you used the term daddy.
That was oh. Okay. Bill, you're muted somewhere.
Oh, whoops. You read all the liberal things and they say, oh, he's a laughing stock. He's a laughing stock. Well, not if you listen to the actual leaders, the political leaders. He's not a laughing stock. He's a laughing stock by the other little idiot progressives around the world who laugh at him. But the leaders take him serious.
Like I said in the beginning of this episode, nobody cares. Especially for us. But anyways, everybody, at the last part of the show, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm David Dickerman.
And I'm Wild William.
Again, thank you for the people that actually listens to us every weekend. Goodbye.
Later, dudes.